Of young people staged a demonstration early Monday at the offices of a chief executive officer of the National Youth Council, demanding an explanation for the decision to postpone the National Youth Council elections. The polls were scheduled to commence on 5th of July 2026.
With placards and wearing branded t-shirts bearing the image of their preferred leader, hundreds of youth marched to the offices of the Chief Executive Officer of the National Youth Council here in Nairobi on Monday. Two groups of youth protesters converged at the offices, demanding the immediate announcement of a new election date after the polls, originally scheduled for 5th July 2026, were postponed. Tension briefly escalated when some demonstrators attempted to force their way into the CEO Gloria Wawira's office, but were restrained by security officers stationed at the premises. One faction declared itself the interim leadership of the National Youth Council and appointed Frida Kemonto to spearhead efforts aimed at championing the interests of young people across the country.
We are willing to work with you. Kujeni tuongee kifunguni sisi tuko nayo, and from tomorrow we start working for the youth of Kenya.
There will be no illegal swearing in of any chairperson. The law is clear about the process through which the National Youth Council chairperson is nominated and subsequently appointed by the President of the Republic of Kenya.
We are going to occupy those offices. They must give us keys and we start work immediately.
After several minutes, the council's chief executive officer addressed the protesting youths in an effort to calm the situation. Speaking after the incident, Wawira explained that the election had been postponed because the preparation had not been completed in time. She cited inadequate funding, logistical constraints, and several administrative challenges, including insufficient civic awareness and mobilization of young people ahead of the elections.
Elections were postponed to enable us to conduct voter education as required by the regulations, but also to put in place technology and measures for the delivery of the elections. There were a few challenges, particularly around financing in terms of getting the elections off the ground.
She further stated that a new election date will be announced through an official government Gazette notice once all the necessary preparations had been finalized. The demonstrators argued that the last National Youth Council elections were held in 2012 and that no subsequent elections had taken place since then. The youths called on the government to expedite preparations, allocate adequate funding, improve communication with stakeholders, and ensure that young people are afforded democratic leadership, effective representation, and a credible, transparent, and an inclusive electoral process.
All right, thank you very much. Now we joined